Almost all of us know someone with cancer. From the youngest of patients to the oldest, the disease knows no boundaries. Tonight we introduce you to a La Crosse boy whose life isn't like most others his age. This is Eli's story. 6-year-old Eli Pedretti is a typical first grader, whether he's tooling around on his bike or humming away on one of his harmonicas. He's not one to sit still.
Normally he's very go, go, go.
But for the past 4 months or so, nothing has been normal. Eli's life changed back in June.
He had been sick for about 3 weeks. We had taken him in to the doctor, and they even tested for strep and that kind of stuff. Everything was negative.
Eli did get better, but quickly went downhill again. This time, his mom, Katie, knew something wasn't right.
He did nothing but sleep for 2 or 3 days. So I took him in that Monday, and then they did a whole bunch of tests. Everything came back negative, influenza, Lyme's, all that stuff.
But further testing did show something abnormal. That's when Eli's doctor called for a meeting.
We knew it wasn't good, but I thought it was going to be Lyme's disease or something. And their dad works on the road and stuff, and asked if he could make it in.
On June 23rd, doctors diagnosed Eli with acute lymphocytic leukemia, a type of blood cancer.
Just in a matter of weeks, all of a sudden, it was a shock, total shock.
1 week, an active, full-of-life 6-year-old. A few weeks later, a young boy fighting the battle of his life.
I don't know if you can put it in words, really. It's just, you have to deal with it. And you have to stay strong and deal with it, or you have to be there for your child.
Eli started treatment almost immediately, and it took its toll on his small body. A difficult transformation for any parent to watch their child go through.
It was really hard to watch him before. When they start treatment, then he was on steroids for 28 days, so he was very puffy and didn't look anything like him.
And if watching your child fight cancer wasn't enough, Katie found out the insurance company wouldn't cover a drug doctors say Eli needed for his treatment, a decision they're still appealing.
Estimated, I think it's like $80,000 for 8 or 10 shots.
Although Eli is on the road to recovery, he still has a long road ahead of him.
Treatment lasts 3.5 years for boys his age, and technically he was in remission after 8 or 14 days, but treatment just lasts that long.
The good news is Eli's prognosis looks great, and it's his will, his determination to beat this disease that's an example for all of us.
To see the resiliency of them, it's kind of like your 6-year-old is your role model.